Hello, everybody. I'm going to try something a little different today. I'm going to do a little CFL picks this week. We're going into week 8 of the CFL. Um, I feel like now that we've gone through 7 weeks, I kind of see what we got going on here, see what teams are good, which ones aren't, things like that. Um, and then we got some injuries and some other little things that I'll talk about with these games. This week was a little bit harder than last week, even though my one pick I gave out did not cash, even though it should have. Missed a 31-yard field goal with no time left, which you very seldom see that happen. So let's get right into it. We have a game this evening: Edmonton versus Saskatchewan. Um, this is basically it's for first place, but one team is ranked as one of the best two teams in the league, and the other team I still feel like they're frauds. I've been saying this the whole season, and they keep on figuring out a way to win. But I think this is the week that Saskatchewan gets them. Saskatchewan is a 4.5 point favorite. I do lean that way. Um, but if you don't mind paying some juice, Bet Rivers, you can get them at -2.5 at a -159. I actually like that quite a bit. I I do lean the under. I believe it's 58.5. Um, I actually played Saskatchewan with a couple UFC plays, but if you want something just on this game, I would look at something like this. Saskatchewan money line under 64.5, -104. If you don't want to play the under in this game, I lean the under in the Toronto game also, and you could push that up to 63.5 or 64.5 also, and basically get the same number. I like both of those. If you want to play something really chalky, then you could add on Montreal money line, and it would be like a -138, I think, or something like that. But those would be my recommendations on how to play tonight's first game. Next, oh, I I do have a lean on a touchdown prop in this game also. Kean Schaefer Baker, touchdown -112 on Bet Rivers. He's a wide receiver for Saskatchewan. I like him a lot. He's one of their better receivers, and I see Saskatchewan getting 2 to 3 touchdown passes in this game also. So I like that. And then next we got Calgary versus Winnipeg. This is a tough game, but I am gonna say Calgary. I do have them down as one of my singles at a. Let me see if I can find it at a +102. So I do like that. I'm just trying to double check and make sure that I have this right. I want to see who. Okay, Winnipeg is the home team. I thought it was the other way around, but Winnipeg is the home team. But I still like Calgary on the money line. The over is 59.5, and I do actually lean on the over. I like the over. Calgary puts up a lot of points, and they also give up quite a few. Um, I just think they're a little bit better, well-rounded team than Winnipeg is at this juncture of the season. Next, we got Toronto versus BC, and I'll be honest, I don't know which way to go. I mean, Toronto should win this game and cover, but they have found ways to just blow games, and then Chad Kelly will just do what I would call Chad Kelly things. You know, they'll be inside the 20-yard line, and then he'll like throw it right to one of the defenders, then it'll be intercepted. He just makes some boneheaded decisions every single game, and their defense is mediocre at best. I think BC is going to slow this game down. They're they are on to their backup quarterback, who I don't really think he's that good. His last name is Bryce. He had 4 interceptions last week in relief when Nathan Rourke went out. And I like the under in this game. I know some people don't, but I like the under. If you can find a 58.5, it's not pulling up. I don't know why. But anyway, there it goes. I mean, if you can find a 58.5 around a minus 115, I like that. It's been floating back and forth between 57.5 and 58.5. If you can find that, I like that. Or possibly under 10.5 in the first quarter. I think BC should come out and try to get the ground game, get their ground game going a little bit and dink and dunk. So that's what I like in that game. Now, mind you, they're not really like plays I have a lot of confidence in. Just to let you know, it was a little bit harder this week to find stuff that I really, really like. And then the last game is Hamilton versus Montreal. One thing that I did play on Hamilton earlier in the week, which was just a sprinkle, I mean, it's probably going to be a loss, was Hamilton to win the Grey Cup plus 4,000. I still think they are the 6th best team in the league, especially if they utilize Trey Ford the way that they should. For those of you who don't know, Hamilton lost their starting quarterback, Bo Levi Mitchell. He's more than likely out for the entire season, but there are rumors that there's a slim chance he could come back this year, but I doubt it. They got Trey Ford when Ottawa released him because Ottawa decided he wasn't in their future plans at all. And they picked him up off of waivers. And then like a week later or 2 weeks later, Bo Levi Mitchell gets hurt. So we got Trey Ford, who's more of a scrambling quarterback. For instance, last week when they got lucky to beat Toronto, he threw for 220 yards, I think, but he ran for 109. So unfortunately, a lot of props are not out right now. So I would look for his rushing prop. If it's in the 50 to 57, 58 yard range, I would take it. I don't think FanDuel is offering any alternate props at all this week. I don't know why. I don't see any. Maybe they'll come out later, but I don't see any as of yet. If they do offer it, like a 40 plus, I'm going to use that as a parlay piece. I do like Hamilton. I do like Montreal to get the win, but they're 11-point favorites. So it's really hard to even use them. As a 10.5 to 11-point favorite, Hamilton is just so live for a backdoor cover. I do lean the over on this game though. It's 56.5. If Hamilton can put up 20 points, this game's going to go over. Actually, it may go over. 20 points it should go over because I think Montreal's live for 37. So hopefully, that's a lean. Maybe even use it. Maybe use it on the alt line as a parlay piece. But But those are my leans for the week. Most of them are leans. Sorry about that. I would say my two most confident plays would be Saskatchewan winning outright. I would even endorse the -4.5, but I'm gonna pay some juice and play it at -2.5. And then I know it's tough in a CFL game, but I like the under in the in both the Edmonton game is an under on the lean, but the under that I would play would be the Toronto BC game. I think that one stays under. So those are my plays that I like. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it, and best of luck with your bets.